Very good morning, students. I, Dr. Sangamita Das. In this particular topic of human values and professional ethics, we'll be talking about harmony of self with the body. So, as you all know, that our body is actually self-organized units. There are various parts of the body. Our body consists of in our body we have various parts of the lungs are there, the heart is there, the kidneys are there. There is various glands. The body is made of various cells, and every part of the body is working in unison, and it is maintaining the harmony, and they're working in close coordination with each other. So that is why our body is fit. In case they're not able to work in coordination, if there is disharmony within some of the parts of the body or various parts of the body, the working of the body will be hampered. So in that case, we'll be falling sick. So each cell, you can see each cell in our body is self-organized, and it participates in the self-organization of the body as a whole. So all the activities in the body keep the body fit for the use of the eye. Now, if we say that actually the what is happening, that I, that is the self, it is the seer, it is the doer and the enjoyer. The body is actually working only as an instrument for the self. So if I talk about I am the seer, let us take the example that when I am reading a book or listening to music or some thinking something or somebody is explaining something to me, when I'm watching a scenery. So these are all the activities in which we are engaging ourselves or we are understanding the things. So when I see a nice scenery, I say that I am seeing. That means our self. That is, that the self is seeing it through the eyes. Actually, the eyes are not the things. The eyes is not seeing the thing. It is the self who is seeing the scenery. It is the eye which is acting as the instrument for the self. So the body parts are just the instruments for the particular working of the self or the eye. So different images are formed in the eyes every time, but it is I who is able to relate it to the meaning of the image every time. Similarly, I can see that when I am getting angry, we can see within ourselves that I am getting angry. So I can see inside me also without the eyes. So for example, if I'm getting angry, then in this case I understand or know that I am getting angry. But and within me I'm knowing myself. And if it is when I see outside the body, it is working as an instrument. So when I'm the doer, that means the self is the doer. So once I've seen or understood something, I've seen the scenery, and once I've seen the scenery, I like the scenery very much. So what is happening? Then I decide, or the self decides to take a picture of the scenery. So I'll be using my hands to pick up the camera and click a picture. So the hands in the body are thus used as the instrument which is clicking the picture. The main work is being done by the eye or the self. So in this way, I works with my hands and my legs. That is why it is said that I am the seer, it is the doer and the enjoyer. The body is actually working only as my instrument. Now, if I am the enjoyer, that I already discussed in the previous lecture, in the previous slide, that it is the self which is the enjoyer. When I'm seeing the scenery and I take a picture, it is I am the seer and the doer so far. So when I see the picture, I like it. So I am the one who is actually enjoying it. Thus, there is a continuity of being the seer, the doer, and the enjoyer. Similarly, when I eat, I'm the one who gets the taste from the tongue. So it is the self which is actually enjoying the taste of the food, but it is the tongue which is working as the instrument for the self. So, it is very much necessary that there is harmony of eye with the body. In the form of saying or self-regulation is on the part of the eye, and in the form of swas, that is the health, it is on part of the body. You can see in this diagram that human being is actually a coexistence of the self and the body. So, and where self is the conscious unit and body is the materialistic unit. So, for the self, it is very much necessary to maintain the self-regulation or the swing. Or body is the materialistic part, which is considered with health or swasth. So now if we talk about harmony of I with the body, that is self-regulation. So it is the emotion of the or the responsibility in I towards the body. So it is the work of the body to take care of the self, to protect the self, to nurture the body. So it is the same, or you can say it is the I, which is taking the responsibility for the body. So it is the feeling of responsibility in the self or the I for nurturing, protecting, and right utilization of the body. Once I realized that the body is my instrument and that the body needs nutrition, it needs protection from the environment. It requires proper utilization to work as an efficient tool for the right purpose. So the feeling of responsibility is actually developed in I or swim. So when I live with swim, there is harmony among the different parts of the body, and the body becomes my useful instrument. Now, if we talk about swastika, that is related to the body or the health of the body. So swastika has two components: the body expression as indicated by I, and there is harmony in the pieces of the body. We can say that it is the state of the body where it is fit and all movements which are to be performed by the body. So it is the condition of the body where every part of the body is properly performing its expected functions. So this leads to harmony within the body. In case any of the body part does not function well, it will lead to disharmony of the body and you have to take medication to put it in harmony again. So actually there is a strong coupling between the eye and the body. Disharmony in any one of them adversely affects the others. For example, if I am very angry, I am living under stress, I am in despair. So it starts affecting the body in a negative manner. And it leads to various types of diseases like allergies, stress, diabetes, hypertension, etc. Similarly, if there is strong disturbance in the body in the form of severe pain, or you can say you're having illness, or so that what is happening? Your eye is getting distracted from its normal functions. Hence, you can say that Swayam is vital for Swastika. So, if there is Swayam, a good health can be ensured. If there is no Swayam, a good health can be lost. So, if we talk about the current status, so what is happening nowadays? There is actually a lack of responsibility from our side towards the body. The main reasons are that we have a very hectic lifestyle. We eat at odd hours. We do not follow proper discipline line. We start eating junk food. We do not do much of physical work. We do not actually we are craving for all types of sensational things, or you can say the we love to have soft drinks, we love to have tasty food. We're not thinking that the food is for nurturing the body, the clothes are for protecting the body. So as a result, what happens when you're not taking the when you're not looking after the body in a proper manner, we fall sick repeatedly. Secondly, actually, what is happening nowadays? We are actually depending a lot on various types of medications to suppress the various ailments. Our signal actually, when you fall sick, it is a signal of some disorder in the body. So instead of attending to it, we try to suppress it through medication and then we forget about it. The hospitals are full with sophisticated instruments. They're providing various types of diagnosis, they're providing various types of cure, but nobody's concentrating on the prevention of the disease. Instead of using simple common medication, we're ending up consuming a lot of harmful substances in the name of medicines, which are actually harming the body in a negative way. Then we also have a lot of pollutions. There is air pollution, there is water pollution, there is noise pollution. Why are these pollutions being caused? These pollutions are being caused by various industries or the vehicles that are throwing polluted water in the rivers. So what is get because of the industrial waste that is going into the water. So it is killing all the animals or the insects which are living in the water. So we are in the food are using various types of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, which is actually polluting the soil. And by consuming the yield from this particular type of crops, we also intake these toxic elements, which is harming our body in a bad way. So, what is the solution for the present state? Our present lifestyle and our coordinations are actually not very conducive to keep our body fit, and therefore, it is very important to us understand swam and swas the correctly. If we talk about the programs to take care of the body, to understand and live with swine, it implies that the self, that is I, it takes the responsibility for proper nurturing, protection, and right utilization of the body. It also implies that the self should understand that the body is just an instrument and has a limited lifespan and it undergoes a pattern of growth and decay. So, the self should also understand the right purpose for which this instrument has to be used. to understand the self-organization of the body and ensure overall health of the body in the following ways. So in this way, you will be taking care of the body. First is the nurturing the body or giving portion to the body. Portion means ahar. Whatever you are giving proper food to your body. So it is providing portion is proper. You are providing proper food to the body. The selection of the food should be such that it gives the required nutrition and energy to the body. So it has the following three steps: ingestion, digestion, and excretion. Ingestion, as we all know, that involves taking the food into the mouth and chewing it very nicely so that the stomach is able to digest it in a very nice way. The second step is digestion. So when once the food has been swallowed, digestion will depend on the proper rest and exercise of the body also. The food which has been consumed should be at proper intervals and with proper posture and right quantity. So digestion takes place inside your stomach. Once the digestion takes place, we come to the third part, that is the excretion. After digestion, the necessary nutrients are absorbed by the body and the unnecessary or undigested part needs to be thrown out or it has to be excreted. If any of the above three activities are not performed properly, it affects the body very adversely and causes several health problems. Now we talk about the program for taking care of the body, or you can say sanrakshan. And all these activities are the work of the self. So it is the responsibility of the self to take care of the body, to nurture the body. So the protection of the body involves the selection of proper clothes and shelter for protecting the body from extreme climatic conditions and to provide the right amount of exposure of the body to air, water, sunlight, etc. so that you can ensure the proper functioning of the body. So to ensure the proper health of the body, we need to take care of the body. So first is ahar vihar, that is giving food and keeping or upkeeping the body. The selection of the food or the ahar should be such that it gives required nutrients and energy of the body. For proper upkeep of the body should be given rest from time to time. Must ensure proper time, posture and ways to work and to rest, and provide hygienic working conditions for the proper upkeep of the body. Shram or Vyam, that is the physical labor or the exercise. So requisite amount of physical labor and exercise are essential to keep the body fit and healthy. So first thing is you take proper ahar or you say that proper food for proper maintenance of the body. Then you do proper physical labor also and do proper exercise to keep the body fit. You can do asanas also and yogasana like pranayamas are also done so that you can sit in a fixed posture and do various types of breathing exercises which comes under pranayam. So they will ensuring the proper energy and the proper synergy which is being required by the body. So asana, yogasana is very much required for the proper upkeep of the body. Then you have OCD chikitsa or medicine and treatment. So whenever the body gets hurt or experiences any kind of disorder, we should remember that the body has a tendency to heal itself and come back to the normal state. So we can attend to such problems very, very simple ways like going without food for some time. That is why fasts have been designed so that the body gets some rest or having a rest or can also have a restricted diet. If the body needs further treatment, then medicines can be given or it should be properly treated or attended to. The medicines used for treatment should not give rise to other complications in future. So that is related to the sanrakshan or the protection of the body. Now we talk about the riotalization of the body, that is satyupayog. So it is very important to understand the reason for which the body should be utilized. For the most part, we trust that it is the instrument to have enjoyment. Happiness or touchable enjoyment implies so we must understand that the body should be utilized in the proper way. Mostly, what happens that mostly we believe that the body is an instrument for sensory enjoyment. We sit in front of the television for long hours, enjoying movies and enjoying programs. We eat low quality food. So what are you doing? You're actually harming the body in various ways because we are enjoying all giving all the sensory enjoyment to the body instead of taking care of the body. So this is a wrong notion. We also use the body to exploit others and to exploit the nature as well. So we do quarreling, we do stealing, we do fighting. So what are you doing? We're utilizing the body in the wrong way. So human body should be used only for the right behavior and right work. Otherwise, what will happen? It will lead you to disharmony yourself, and it will have adverse effects on the body. So we should also arrange for appropriate equipments or physical facilities which will help in the right relation of the body and avoid excess physical labor. For example, you have to go for on a very long distance, so it is not possible for the body to walk all the way to that particular area. So in that case we'll be requiring a vehicle to get to that particular place. So you can say that in this particular condition the physical facility is required where the body is actually falling short of that particular physical facility. Otherwise, if it is on a short distance, instead of taking any vehicle, you can walk to that distance. So it will be giving you physical labor. It will help to look after your body. Now we talk about SWAST, which means the body is fit to act as indicated by the cell. So when we follow above advances and use the body or the in the right manner, then the body, various parts of the body will stay in harmony with oneself. When you're clear about the necessities of the body, it makes us move towards the guarantee that has been guaranteed to us. So it is very necessary that we do a correct appraisal of our physical needs because it is the first step towards ensuring prosperity. The following diagram shows that the physical facilities required for nurturing, for protection and regulation of the body are limited. You can see the food is limited. The food is required in limited quantity. The clothing, the shelter, the equipments which are for sensory enjoyment, everything is required in the limited quantity. So the body is actually requiring the physical facilities in a limited quantity. The only thing is that you have to do its correct appraisal. So, by understanding the need for physical facilities under the above three heads, namely food, clothing, shelter, and instruments, you can evaluate whether we have more than required. So, you can see that we have a common misconception that our needs are actually unlimited. We're getting confused between the needs of the self and the needs of the body, and are assuming that the needs of the body are unlimited. In nature, the availability of facilities like water, oxygen, etc. is more than a needs. Once we realize that the needs of our body are limited and can be easily fulfilled, there emerges a possibility of prosperity in our minds. So, if you talk about the interrelation between Swayam and Swast, or you can say between the self and the body. So, the Swayam or the Swam refers to the self regulation or self control. It involves the control of our mind over thoughts, our desires, and our urges. Swast means it refers to having a healthy body where all parts of our body perform their functions properly. Then we have Swam is the basis for Swast. Actually, it is the self which is the very basis for keeping the body healthy or Swast. As long as we have self control, our body remains healthy. Once we lose the self control, our health gets affected. For you can take the example that when you're unable to control our emotions like anger, depression, etc., it results in the deterioration of our health because these types of emotions they are affecting our body in a very adverse manner in the long run. Similarly, you can say that if you're unable to control our urges or cravings, like you wish to have junk food every day, we're not thinking about the nutrition of the food, just thinking about the taste because we have thought that the body is requiring tasty food. So we're actually getting ourselves diverted toward all the sensory things which are actually short-lived. So it may lead to health issues like obesity. Nowadays you have a lot of obesity is there is diabetes, there is high sugar, cholesterol levels are rising. All these things are happening because of our cravings for all the lower, or you can say the food that is lower in nutrition, or those are treated as junk food. We do not have any nutrition there, so they start harming the body. Thus, if you're careless towards swam, it leads to the problem for the swast. So it has to be understood that swam or sim and swast are related. That the self and the body they are both related, and it is the work of the self to nurture your body to protect your body. That is known as swam and swast. So I hope in this particular chapter you've understood what is the relationship between the self and the body. The body is related to health or the swast, and swayam or self is related to the responsibility that the self has towards taking care of the body. So thus we can see that Swayam and Swast are related. If the Swayam is not taking responsibility of the body will be affected. It will fall ill. So for today's lecture, this is what we have talked about, that is Swayam and Swast. That is the harmony of self with the body. So in the next lecture, we will continue with another topic. Thank you, students.